Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Craps. This is the Daily Paycheck. Sorry, I've been up for about 3 minutes today. I overslept a little bit, so I'm a little bit out of my element here this morning. I haven't even had a sip of coffee yet. So we're doing this Bankroll build. We're going from I started Bankroll 80 days ago, roughly, $10,000, trying to get to 100,000, and we're doing it like 10% at a time, grinding away. Trying to work through some discipline, right? Make sure that we can buy in for 10% of our master bankroll, win 10% at the table, and leave when we're up 10%. It's super hard to do that, number one, mentally. Number two, just finding a way to win every day or damn near every day to make it happen is really hard. So we're taking strategies and giving them a full month of play to really kind of get a sense of which strategies can do it, like which ones are able to survive a month and win you the 10% a day you need to win. So we're working on a thing called the Red Cross right now, which is an Iron Cross variant. It's the Iron Cross, but it's got some extra plays to it. So here's how it works out. I'm going to show you kind of the raw level of it, and I'll do it with greens today. It's actually 4 units on the don't pass. It's 3 units in the field, and then on the box numbers, it's going to be five units. So 125 on the 5, and I'll just do the 6 and 8 as blacks. 150 on the 6 and 8. It's 4, 3, and 5 is the basic ratio of this thing. And the reason why it works this way, at the higher levels, it makes a little more sense than at a lower level. The Iron Cross at a low level is a tough way to play. But here, these bets up in here, when 5, 6, or 8 rolls, they pay 175. You lose your field, but they pay 175, which means your field goes right back and your black chip goes to your rack, right? I like that part of the math. It's kind of nice that you get, at least you're bleeding out, but you're bringing black chips home when the bets are high enough. Of course, the field wins $75, and we do it with the field numbers. On a field win, we feed the box with the field wins. Always. The field goes up into the box. The box, we same bet, it goes to the rack. And that way you kind of build steam up here from the field and load your rack up. On the line down here, we play that aggressively as well. We parlay our first win back to base on it. We're trying to get 2 in a row. So it's parlay, back down, parlay, back down. If you want to play it parlay, back down, then up 1 unit and increase your power down there, that's fine too. We're going to play this today though at this level. We're going to go down a little bit and not play it with blacks. We have half the bankroll we need for that. So we're going to play it with 75, 90, and 90, and 30 in the field, and 50 on the line. So a little bit lower levels. But again, up in here, these will all pay 105. Okay, 75, 90, 90 pays 105. And so the same sort of thing holds true. $105, you'd lose your $30 in the field. When you put that back, you're bringing back $75. So again, it's a nice even number coming back to your rack all the time. This ends up being 285 up top, right? It's 2 1/4 for the greens, 255 when you add the reds on, and $30 more. So 285 up top, $50 on the line. So I'm gonna calculate it in my head about $300 up top, and that way I'll know from my rack kind of where I stand. Here we go. Let's play it out. Get everything set up. I've got $2,500 in the rack. I've got 285 plus the 50 is 335. I'm going to put $400 out from my rack. Take my $65 change and 50, 65. There we go. And let's get started. So we're out. And let's go. Everything's off, by the way. You'll see my field bets are out here all the time. This stuff is all off with the puck. It's out there for convenience sake only. So with that said, let's rock it. I'm gonna get the roll tracker refreshed on my end over here so I can start putting numbers in. And let's go. Let's go. Boy, it is cold out here today, man. Yesterday was cold, today is colder. Whew. Telling you what, one of these days I'm gonna move and put together an inside the house studio for this thing. It's gonna be nice. There's a 1, 2, 3, and ace deuce out of the gate. 2, 1, 3, so it's gonna win 50 bucks. Just gonna parlay it right up, right? Take that first win, parlay it. And hopefully don't give it right back, right? That'd be nice. Let's catch a point here. Here we go. Oh, kiss in the air. It's a 6, 4, 2. All right, let's beat the 6, shall we? 4, 2, 6. I will take the 6 down, which reduces our up top risk a little bit. As we go here, by the way, I'm going to take my greens. Whenever I have green in the rack, that adds up to 100 bucks. I'm always going to ask check change. Grab a black chip. They don't always do that for you at the casino, but here, it's just going to help us manage our rack a little bit cleaner and see what's in there. Let's go. Field and box, just stay off that 6. I might actually grab, I'm going to put 10 on the hard 6. That'll cover almost all that bet down there. And if I win anything up here, I'll augment that bet just in case. Here we go. Take away one of those ways to get pounded on, right? Here we go. Y'all got snow in Wisconsin. Well, I guess it's that time of year, you know? There's an 8. I actually was 6'2". I actually was looking around at some new jobs. By the way, let me pay this first, and I'll tell you what's up. There's 105 for the 8. Lose the field. Put the field back. 75 bucks. So anytime 5, 6, or 8 hits, I'm just going to pay myself 75. And now you know why. If I take a quarter from my rack, that's a black chip. All right, so I'm back to 2,300 bucks in the rack. Anyway, I was looking around looking at potentially taking a different job, and I found a lot of roles with Epic. And if you're from Wisconsin, you know Epic. They're in Madison. They're a huge company, huge medical company. But I'm not sure I want to pick up and move to Wisconsin. We have family, you know, here and in East Coast and stuff. I don't want to be away from everybody. There's a 314. That'll pay 30 in the field. Let's grab the 9. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that extra nickel and move it to the hard 6. Now the hard 6 becomes a profit for me instead of a loss on the don't. But yeah, Madison would be cool. We've been there before for training sessions and stuff like that, but you know, I don't want to leave where the family currently lives. If I was younger, I would have more seriously considered that role. There's a 6, 4, 10. All right, that'll work. That's 30 bucks. I'm gonna pay it like that, 15 and 15 to get the 4 or the 10. All right, let's go. Joe, we have a good old time. Me, you, and we have a good time out there. Is that guy that you play with, that Coach Joe or Coach whatever his name is? Does he live in Wisconsin too? Part of your group? And I think Arnell's out there, right? There's a 5, a 3, 2. Awesome. Sweet, to pay $75. I don't have enough to make a black chip in the rack yet, but we're getting close to it. Next win would be a black chip. All right, here we go. Ooh, and that was not a great throw, but it's a 4, 3, 1. I'll take it. All right, that's going to be 30 in the field. It's going to be 27 on the $15 4 up top. So I'm going to rack the quarter. This 30 bucks, I'm going to take that and make the 4 and 10 look like a quarter each. Even them out. I'll bring the rest of this to my rack. Okay, and another black. So We have to look at our rack here. I think we're at Paycheck actually. We're at 2,400 bucks in the racks. We're light one black chip, which is here, okay? And I can hedge this off and make sure that comes back to my rack. So if you look at what else is out there, we have 75, 150, 225, 250, plus 20. Okay, so we're out here right now for 200 and change, plus the 100 bucks that's in here. So we can be done. We can actually pull it all down and have our paycheck right now. We can lock it in. I am gonna take one more spin just to lock, because I wanna hedge that off a little bit better. If we don't get it right here, you can call me a dumbass. However, the reason why I'm doing that is because I wanna lock it in before I hedge the 6 off. And that's the only thing I'm doing here, so let's go. If I grab a 7, then I'm the dumbest person alive, right? Here we go. It's gonna be an 11 yo. All right, that's close enough for government work. 6-5, we'll call it there. That'll be a $30 winner in the field, okay? I'm gonna bring everything back really quick. I'm gonna show you where we are. I think we have enough money to lock it in. I'll leave the hard 6 out there for the time being. But there is 175, 300 bucks on the felt. I'm gonna bring that all straight back to the rack. There's 300 bucks, okay? Which basically is our paycheck. There's 200 there, right? This becomes a quarter, these nickels here. All right, so there's 225. If I bring back the hard 6, which I really don't need anymore, I can leave $5 on it for the hell of it. That's basically our paycheck, right? In the rack is the paycheck, plus I got the 100 bucks out there. If I come up here and throw 90 bucks against that 6, which I will, okay, 90 on the 6, $5 on the hard 6, $10 and change, okay? That becomes a thing. I got 150 in my rack, right? Either way, I'm bringing back this plus 100, right? Or that plus 100 to my rack. We are at paycheck, just about getting a 6 or a 7 right now and seeing what happens, right? So either way, we're gonna be in great shape. Nice come out of the gate paycheck this morning, right? Pretty cool. Here we go. There's a 10. No, it's playing for fun right now, right? 6-4. Just gonna make the rest of the table their money. Now I'm gonna get out of here. So we made our paycheck on the 4, right? On the 11. So how many rolls is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rolls. 7 rolls we did it today. Pretty good. If you can roll seven non-7s every day in your life, you can make money. And you have a smart way of playing, you can make a paycheck. That's gonna be the topic of today's show, actually. The Coffee and Craps show, today's topic is gonna be advantage play in craps. If you can do this every day, like legitimately do it and like not worry about what you're doing, a total advantage, right? There's my 7. All right, so we'll lose our little go for it shot right there, right? Which is fine. I'll get a black chip down here. As a matter of fact, I'll make those a black chip. That was a parlayed win. Remember we got that 2-1-3 in the come out and we parlayed it up, and that's the 2 blacks. Our profit today, goal was 250. We got $352 today. I'll take that every day of the week. I will take that 352 profit. Let's go put that in and celebrate it a little bit, right? Let's go. Here we are. Casino is the daily paycheck casino. It was the Red Cross. We bought in for 2,500. We're getting out for 28.52. That was from the bank. That was just 7 rolls out of the gate. And we're done. Good job. Good job. I think between yesterday and today, we have almost, let's take a look here, but we've almost gotten back Yeah, we're 2,300 bucks in profit on this strategy. We started the week at 2,400 in profit, but I burned about 1,400 bucks thereabouts on Monday. So the last 2 days we've done really well, earned back almost all that loss in the last couple of days. We've had two straight up great days of throwing, and we're back. We're back to where we ought to be with the strategy, almost at a 10% average win, which is cool. We're at 7.5%, 7.25%. So we're getting close to where we wanted to be with it. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Brian, nice rolling, good win today. Makes up for the shit show we had on Monday, right? This strategy, I say it all the time, like any iron cross, but this one adds the line to it. And I said this yesterday, the iron cross is a problematic strategy if you play it the way most people do, okay? And I've seen this, right? I've seen people go, 5, 6, and 8 at $15 on a low limit table, right? Do this kind of thing, right? A little 51 inside and a $10 field, right? And what happens here is up top, they win 21 bucks. You lose your field. You put the field back. You're bringing back $11, right? And here, what you're risking overall is $45, $51, $61 to win 11, right? You're so under managed that way. That's why the iron cross bleeds you out so bad. And even on a regular field win, it's just 10 bucks, right? So every spin of the dice, that's not a 7, you're winning $10. Well, if you're out there for 61, it takes 6 wins to get you home, just to get even in the hand, right? It's too much of a bleed played that way, and there's nothing else happening in here. And there's nowhere to really run with it, right? If you take a 5, let's say the 5 wins for 21 bucks, and you want to be even a little bit aggressive with that, you lose your field, you put your field back, you have $10, you can, okay, put it on the 5 or grab the 9, and bring it back $1 on the box wins, right? I think the Red Cross, how we've set it up to be a little bit more nuanced in how the levels work and more nuanced in how we play the field. Going aggressive with it helps it, because sometimes it's all field numbers and the field's high enough that it can generate its own steam down here. Sometimes it's all box numbers, and at 75 bucks a clip, you can fill that rack pretty quick if you're rolling in the box good. Sometimes your line, that parlay hits 4 or 5 times in a row. I've done that where I've gotten don't, and you're up here at 400 bucks, paycheck on the last one. It's okay, right? I think having multiple ways that the win can manifest itself is the secret to this strategy. Not that it's an iron cross. It's just that different areas take control on different days, and I've got all the areas covered. So far, we've been lucky with it, and I'm enjoying it, although the risk is big. I don't love having 335 out there, I can tell you that. But when the bankroll is 2,500, that's an acceptable risk, especially when the throws come like they came today. So we'll take it, right? Dave says identical win risk. It's not when I'm 5-3 versus 3-2. The difference is you got to get the numbers higher, right? You got to get them high to where 75 bucks is meaningful, $10 is not. And really, at 75 bucks a clip, I'm 3 hits and I'm even up there. 3 hits and my box numbers are paid for instead of 5 or 6. That's why that is significant. 225 up top, 3 hits and I'm out up there. And again, I'm taking fields and making those bets typically higher, so I can do it in 2.5 sometimes, depending on which field numbers roll. So this reduces, the way I play it here, reduces the number of hits I need from 5 or 6 to 3 or 4. And that's a big difference. That's where I think this thing, to me, that's where it excels. It's reducing the number of wins from 5 to 6 to 3 to 4. And I think that extra 1 or 2 hits I don't need to get, to me, separates it, and the line play separates it. So the raw iron cross is not the greatest. This one works well because of how we play it. It's not so much, quote unquote, that it's a cross. It's that we play the winners with an eye on making the wins more meaningful. And I think that's to me, that's the biggest deal of it. It's why it works. It's why it's worked. It's been one of the best strategies so far. Surprisingly, I thought this was going to be high risk loser. And when it ran its week of trials, it was like 13-0 or 12-0 or something like that. And here we're 12-1 now. So whatever, I can hate the Iron Cross all I want to, but this son of a bitch has won more than I expected it to, and more reliably than I could have ever thought. So I'm not looking that gift horse in the mouth. I'll tell you what. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Let's get out of here. Let's go. I gotta warm up, man. It's cold. My right fingers are already numb, so I'm gripping my coffee cup to get my hands warm. So I'm gonna go inside. I will see you all for Coffee and Craps in about 40 minutes or so, and we'll talk about advantage play. I got not a rant. I got some thoughts on it, but I really have more questions on it. So I'm gonna pose some live questions to some of the dice influencers out there, and some of the guys like Dustin and Blacklight who play more of a trend grabbing type of strategy, and just ask them to describe the advantage. And that's what I want to see. I want to see how a person with the perceived advantage can define it, and how they play the game differently than a normal human being like me would do. So hope you enjoy that show. I'll see you out there in about 20 minutes or about 40 minutes. Enjoy